Tomorrow, the New York State Senate votes on gay marriage. Apparently, what they're trying to do is codify and establish religious precepts as the law of New York State. The legal issues are extremely simple and straightforward. Marriage is a contract, which is an agreement between two people. Since the conservatives have demanded that the state is not a person, marriage is not a contract between individuals in the state. The way it's set up presently, or how they want it set up, it's really unclear, is that marriage is regulated by a license. Things that are regulated by a license are known as privileges. In essence, the state grants a privilege to an individual, such as the privilege to operate a motor vehicle. There are First Amendment issues involved here because of the conservatives, and regrettably, Andrew Cuomo is the leading conservative. He's the person introducing this legislation. And I myself know personally that he's opposed to the First Amendment. He opposed it in court when he was New York State Attorney General. And the problem here is that he's saying, or this press, this is one of the worst newspapers I've ever seen in my life. It makes the New York Post look like Pravda. Anyway, according to this broadside here, it says supporters of the bill in New York State said Cuomo's legislation continues long-held protections for groups including churches and synagogues to abide only by their religious beliefs, ensuring groups such as Knights of Columbus they wouldn't have to rent out their facilities for gay marriages, for instance, unquote. You know? So, aside from making a First Amendment issue into a states' rights issue and redefining what marriage is, a privilege granted by the state, they're even introducing separate but equal. Well, yeah, these here niggers, they could get mad and all, but they ain't gonna do it in our white church. Because that's essentially what conservatism is all about. It's about white supremacy. It's about the establishment of a white Christian nation under patriarchal rule. And it's disappointing to me to see Democrats going along with this. But I guess it makes sense because, after all, the Democrats are the party of slavery. Now, this other issue here is equally as troubling. This fellow Weiner. Now, I never heard about this until I read the newspaper. Unfortunately, I try to avoid it at all costs, but I just happened to look at this, and he's a Jewish-looking guy, so I feel, oh, geez, you know, he must have strayed from the right, did something wrong. So, you know, there you have it. The Democratic Party's all on him. You know, you're not being the kind of Jew boy we can learn to like there, Weiner. So somebody told me that this issue was over his penis. He's one of these guys that flashes his cock on the internet or something. And it's not about that at all, according to this paper anyway. According to the paper, quote, his problems began on May 28th when a website run by conservative commentator Andrew Breitbart posted a lewd photograph of an underwear-clad crotch and said it had been sent from Wiener's Twitter account to a Seattle woman. So how did the Democratic Party get involved with exchanges of Twitter mail, twits? I mean, are they spying on our twits now, or are you just you know? And the paper continues, as the scandalous chapter neared its conclusion, a former pornography actress who exchanged emails and messages over Twitter with him said Wednesday at a news conference he had asked her to lie about their interactions. Doesn't say what their interactions were. But there is something quoted here that Weiner was reported or alleged to have said by this porno actress's attorney. I have wardrobe demands too. I have to highlight my package. So the disappointing thing, and I feel bad saying anything against Nancy Pelosi because I know that the right wing hates her. I don't exactly know why, because she seems to be the kind of girl we could learn to like. You know, she dresses like a woman. She looks like a woman. She's obedient to men. I mean, the GOP heterosexual patriarchs, the heart, soul, and flesh of heterosexual patriarchy as it exists on the planet Earth today, the Republican Party, the men in the Republican Party, have told her, get rid of this Weiner guy. You know, he's the kind of Jew ball we can't learn to like. So they did. You know, I don't understand it, but that's what happened. There's something in here. Well, it's creating too much of a distraction for the 2012 elections. You know, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. So all of this is just, you know, this is how I was greeted on Friday morning. This is what I saw. You know, State Trats Cuomo, he's out there. He's going to give the homos a chance to be the kind of boys we can learn to like. But you got to keep them out of our churches, Andy. We don't want them homos in our churches. You know, and you got to get rid of this Weiner guy. One of our people said that he's showing his underwear on the internet. We can't have any of that stuff. It's crazy. I don't know why you people continue to vote for these guys. They keep promising to abolish your taxes. They haven't abolished your taxes. This is the only thing I could figure out. You want more money, so you vote for them. And have you gotten more money? I don't think so. Just you got more shit is what you have.